friends are what carry you through because they too have their struggles. I know that any relative that immigrated here came through Ellis Island, came through legally. Our parents first came over. Your family was your base. Your family unit is what draws you together. And it's a good thing because it's something that you can rely on. You know that if your base is there, you don't feel abandoned. So I think family structure is very important. We were very much tied to our family in Italy. You know, as far as in those days, there was no internet, so you did a lot of writing of letters, and once in a while you used the phone, but the phone was expensive. Actually, we didn't really lose anybody in our family except for one cousin. At the age of 19, he was killed, and that greatly affected my uncle. There was a good friend that did. He was on submarines, and he said, you always ate your dessert first because you never know when you'd get the call. So that was a funny comment. Always eat your dessert first. We never forgot that. The Italians that were here in California had been prisoners, but because they were such good cooks, they allowed them to cook for the higher officials, like in the Sacramento area or in the valley. It was funny to hear that. And then the Italians, the soldiers, were allowed to go to the dances. They met American girls. After the war, they brought their American brides to Italy, and then they came back and settled in America. One time in 1948, we went after the war with my aunt and uncle because naturally you wanted to visit your family to see how they were doing. And after that, San Mateo until 1981. And then my mother and my two daughters and myself went back to visit family. And I remember packing up those packages, tying them with string, and there was chocolate and coffee and sugar and aspirin, things that were very hard to get in Europe. Sugar had been unheard of during the war. But mainly after the war, growing up, I remember our family writing a lot of letters back and forth, sending a picture now and then. You didn't phone a lot. It was very expensive to make a phone call. So that's how you stayed in communication. Now it's much easier. But things change slowly, and you're going to be at the beginning of something. Something will change, and you just have to try and make it work. You can't say, oh, we can't have it. I grew up in the bakery business, and that taught me a lot about work ethic and dealing with people in a very positive way. So I saw a lot of positive activity that way. It's very hard work. My family worked very hard, and that type of business, you put in long hours. Anything in the food business, whether it's a restaurant, a bakery, anything of that nature. Whereas with a family business, you are more of a working relationship with your employees. It's not such a structured situation. They work well with you, and if they don't, you can kind of take them aside and talk about it. It's not this higher up hierarchy. For children, as long as they have solid backing, whether it's a grandparent, a friend, I mean, this is what helps you get started. But as myself growing up, I never felt, I always felt strength behind me. You don't need a lot of luxury. What you need is stability. And nowadays, I think that's a luxury for some children. You know, they might have an iPhone, but do they have stability? So that's why I feel family's important. And being in a business, growing up and raising my own family, it was very important to have a solid base there too, because I wasn't always at home after school, but I wasn't far. I think no matter what era you grew up in, there's always going to be challenges, and it's your kind of your base that's going to carry you through. That's why it's important to grow up with a strong base so it carries you throughout the rest of your life.